Philadelphia Eagles win their second Super Bowl in 7 years. Oh, yes. I know you guys are ready for this show because I'm ready for this show. You know, I have a lot to talk about. So, with that being said, welcome back to another episode of the D Hop Talking Shop podcast. It's your boy D Hop back at you with another one. Yes, you guys see, I got all the green on, so I got a special show for you guys today. Shout out to all the Eagle fans out there, man, 'cause you know I'm about to really do my big one, finna pop it on this one. So, before I get today's show started, I got to give a few shout outs. So I want to give a shout out to Alicia. She works for the NFLPA. She came on my podcast a couple months ago. So this is my chance to finally shout out to all the people I done had on her. We talked about, what she does for the NFLPA. She works for players. So make sure you guys keep tuning in into that episode. Next, I want to give a shout out to Alexandria Williams. She works for the Dallas Mavericks. She does good work. You guys going to be seeing her on the show in the near future. She's going to be coming back again, being tapped in and locked in with her. Next, I want to give a shout out to DeAndre Burrell. He was a former quarterback for the Utah State University. He played for the Green Bay Packers. We had a real good discussion. You guys going to end up seeing him again soon. Another shout out I want to give a shout out to Kenny Gilbert. He played for the White Sox. He was a right fielder. Hey, that was actually my first professional baseball player that I had on my show, so I want to give a shout out to him. And lastly, I want to give a shout out to Ziggy Hood. You guys know who Ziggy Hood. I've been seeing y'all be going crazy with that episode. Known for playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was a first-round draft pick. And, so we did a Zoom call, but be looking out for him in the near future because I'm going to have him in the studio. I've been talking to him, sort of locked in. So let's go ahead and calm before the storm. Let's go ahead and get today's show started. So before I get to talking about my Philadelphia Eagles, first of all, I want to say congratulations to Jalen Hurts. I've been an Eagles fan since I was 13 years old, man, and Donovan McNabb is the reason why I'm an Eagles fan to this very day. And I want to personally give a shout out to Jalen Hurts because he's been getting a lot of scrutiny in the past, and this season from the media, he just wasn't getting the respect that he deserves. So I'm really happy for Jalen Hurts, man. You guys see it on my right, you guys left. Y'all see this vintage Jalen Hurts jersey? I had to go ahead and pull it out today, man. You see the number two jersey. This is his rookie jersey. So I wanted to go ahead and pop it on this one because, like I said, I wanted to give a personal shout out to him, man. I actually got that jersey a couple years back for my birthday. Somebody had got that for me for my birthday, so I had to go ahead and pull it up, man. So hopefully I could get Jalen Hurts on this show. I need you, get the sign. If God wanted to happen, it'll happen. But I don't know if Jalen Hurts gonna see this, man. But hey, man, this is me. Your boy D Hop, man. I would love to have you on the show, Jalen Hurts, man. But we'll see. Only time will tell. Like I said, if God wanted to happen, it would happen. But I honestly don't know why Jalen Hurts was getting all the disrespect this past season. He's really been getting disrespected. I've really been a big fan of Jalen Hurts since his college days. Even though he played for Alabama, because I am an LSU fan, as you guys know that. Even though he played for Alabama, I liked how he carried himself from that national championship game, from being benched. He got benched in the national championship game because he wasn't just being that elite thrower that he needed to until it came in. He didn't batch, he didn't whine, he didn't cry, he didn't make a scene like other athletes would have did if they had got benched. And Jalen Hurts really gained my respect. He transferred to Oklahoma, and I want to say I was Jalen Hurts' biggest supporter. I'm not gonna lie, when we drafted him, I was like, Jalen Hurts, but then because that's when we had Carson Wentz, that's when we was just coming off the Super Bowl. But then I was like, well, I mean, Jalen Hurts is a good player, so I mean, I can't be mad. Then I understand Carson Wentz was getting injured a lot because Wentz was my boy. But from day one, and you can ask, certain of my close homies. Shout out to my boy Austin too, because that's the main one you can ask. I was Jalen Hurts' biggest supporter. I ain't gonna lie, I love the Eagle fans, but I ain't gonna lie, it was some Eagle fans out there who really didn't want Jalen Hurts. They was really like, nah. But like I said, I was his biggest supporter, man. So I'm really happy for Jalen Hurts. I'm really happy that he got the Super Bowl ring. Like, I remember when we played the Patriots, that game was important just because it was the Super Bowl. But I felt like this Super Bowl, us just beating the Chiefs, it was way more important because I just wanted it. It was personal this time. So just because mainly I just wanted it for Jalen Hurts and just all the scrutiny he's getting. So I'm really happy for him. So moving on, I want to go ahead and talk about this Super Bowl win. So my Philadelphia Eagles had gotten their second Super Bowl in 7 years. Hey, so we end up defeating the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22. And yeah, that made me figure, I'm not going to lie, I actually was shocked about the score. I was surprised how we did them. But, hey, we was hitting on all cylinders. I started off nervous. Because that first pass with A.J. Brown, with him catching it on that fourth down, they called that bogus flag. I said, they called that bogus flag. I said, oh man, see the Chiefs finna, they about to go on, the refs finna do. 'Cause, we all know that them Chiefs, like I'm not no Chiefs hater. Like, honestly, I respect the Chiefs. I don't really get into them too much, man. I just be kind of like, but I know a lot of y'all was tired, but I ain't gonna lie, I was really thinking those flags. So I don't really like how those be getting on flags, and I really thought it was finna end up being one of them games where the refs was gonna be on their side. So the Eagles done dethroned the Kansas City Chiefs, and I'm not gonna lie, I was very happy about that. I was celebrating. So when Cooper DeJean, I'm not gonna lie, but the Eagles was up 10-0. I said, okay, I'm not getting too satisfied. Yeah, a lot of people was texting me and everything. I said, calm down. So when Cooper DeJean caught that interception, I was like, I was like, okay, I don't know, I'm gonna calm down a little bit. So next, when A.J. Brown came out and scored, I said, okay, I see it. The moment when I knew the Philadelphia Eagles was going to win, excuse me, guys. The moment when I knew the Philadelphia Eagles was going to win is when Devontae Smith caught that pass. And when he caught that touchdown, oh, yeah, I was lit. I said, okay, we done got it now. That's what I was finna say. It's new. We end up beating them 40-22, but the game was really worse than that. If you watch that game, the Kansas City Chiefs were scoring in mop-up times, man. Shout out to Devontae Smith for becoming the first SEC player to win the Heisman national title game, and he won the Super Bowl. That's really impressive, doing it in his back home field. So to you Cowboy fans out there, I got to get to y'all. Do not compare Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott ever again. It's no comparison. The only way you can compare Jalen Hurts to Dak Prescott is if Dak Prescott win a championship. That's the only way. But other than that, because my dog Jalen Hurts has a Super Bowl MVP and he has a ring now. So yeah, I mean, you can't really say about it. That debate is really over with, man. But I'm not gonna lie, I actually was surprised how that game went. I actually thought that it was gonna be more than that, but it was different. So honestly, like going back to Jalen Hurts, I just don't understand why he was getting all this hate for it. It's like, yeah, because he don't put up the best stats. He don't have like the best numbers or everything. I get that. But last time I checked, it was a team sport. Ain't the most important thing to do is to win. That's all you have to do is win the game. It don't matter how you look. And I gotta go and pop my stuff and say something about this too. So a lot of people saying, oh, y'all was winning because Saquon Barkley, which I get it. I understand. Saquon was a human highlight reel this year. And one thing about that, I was arguing with some fans, and they was like, y'all only winning because Saquon Barkley. And I'm like, dang, ain't that how you supposed to do? Ain't it a team game? That's literally what the Philadelphia Eagles signed for. Shout out to Howie Roseman for a beast offseason he had, and glad he won the ring. But anyway, back to the Saquon Barkley situation. I just don't understand. It's like, hey, you pay a player to win again. Now, I said, I don't care. Just keep giving him the ball. That's just how I felt about the whole Saquon. We only winning because of him, But if you take a look at that Super Bowl, though, the Kansas City Chiefs actually shut down Saquon Barkley. They actually shut him down that game. So they said, make Jalen Hurts beat you. And what did Jalen Hurts do? He beat him through the air. So, you can't use that excuse that, but the Cowboy fan I've been seeing and Washington fan, other than all the Eagle haters, because ever since the Eagles done won their Super Bowl, got a lot of people mad. So, they really still trying to not give us a credit. But like I said, hey, ring number 2, man. I'm actually happy. I'm excited. I said, man, my Philadelphia Eagles got 2 rings now, man. That is crazy. It's teams out here who really only got 1 ring. So, I had to go ahead and pop my stuff a little bit about that, man. But shout out to Queen Young Mitchell. Oh, I do want to say, like, I do owe some apology. I'm not going to lie. As an Eagle fan, I did not want Kellen Moore, and I did not want Vic Fangio. So I wanted to come on this podcast and say I personally I'm sorry to Kellen Moore, because I really didn't want him, but he called a good game. And Vic Fangio, we had the number 1 defense in the league. I also want to give apology to Cooper DeJean, because I'll be honest, I didn't want him either. But, hey, I ain't going to lie, Cooper DeJean, he ended up being a stud. Him and Quinyon Mitchell, they turned our season around. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles, man. This was like one of the best seasons had. We lost a couple games. We really almost, we got beat up by Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay just flat out beat us. But we dropped the pass against the Falcons, Saquon Barkley, so that was a loss that we shouldn't have had. And then we lost to Washington. We was really beating down Washington, but Washington came back when Jalen Hurts had got out the game. So it was that, man. So I was really excited. I was popping champagne. I know you guys seen my little Instagram stories. I had to go ahead and light up that Cuban cigar just so I could troll. It was the cheese pack. That cheese pack was in the dust, man. Shout out to my cousin Darion, man, because he was talking a lot of stuff, man. So I'm happy that we got our get back. I was telling people, and this is nothing I want to pop my stuff. I was telling people for the longest. I said, okay, this gonna be the same situation as the Patriots, and you can go back to my old stuff that I repeatedly have said. That's okay. We lost. I said this before the Kansas City Chiefs game, but I really said it. I really called it like the last time we lost to them. I said, okay, this is gonna be the same situation with the Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. See, we lost to Tom Brady the first time. We came back and beat him. So we lost to Patrick Mahomes the first time, and we came back and beat him the second time. But honestly, the Philadelphia Eagles really let the Kansas City Chiefs off the hook a couple years ago. I mean, the field was bad, but I mean, I really feel like I don't want to use that excuse because both teams was playing on fields on the same field. But I feel like it hindered the Philadelphia Eagles more because we win in the trenches. We're dominant on the trenches, man. So I'm happy we got our get back though, man. But now it's 1-1. So you people, y'all got to stop disrespecting Jalen Hurts because I don't understand how it's Patrick Mahomes and these other quarterbacks. They always praising Jalen Hurts. You see what Patrick Mahomes said first of all, Patrick Mahomes said in the first Super Bowl after they lost, he said, man, I know the Philadelphia Eagles lost, but Jalen Hurts really should have got MVP just off of how he played because he literally admitted because he outplayed Mahomes. So where do you guys put Jalen Hurts in the rankings since now he has an MVP and he has a Super Bowl? Because, I mean, hey, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, and these rest of these quarterbacks that you guys put over Jalen Hurts, they ain't did what Jalen Hurts done. Jalen Hurts has been the only quarterback to defeat Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. So, and he's defeated him a couple times in the regular season. So, y'all got to go and put Jalen Hurts, y'all got to go and put him at least number 2 at best because, I'm going to still get that thrown to number 1 to Patrick Mahomes. But like I said, shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles and congratulations to y'all, man. And I'm happy, y'all made me happy for, seeing y'all win this championship, doing it big because this really meant a lot for all those Philadelphia Eagles fans. It really did because all the pressure, because, us fans, we crazy, so we defended y'all the whole time. So, yeah, but like I said, shout out to ring number 2. I can't wait to see what y'all finna do in the offseason, but keep it pushing, man. I want to see a back-to-back, like what Drake said. Back to back. Y'all remember that McNabb diss. But so moving on, I want to go ahead and get into this Patrick Mahomes versus Tom Brady debate. So people was trying to say, which I get it, I guess Patrick Mahomes is on the road to try to be the GOAT. But me personally, I'm gonna go ahead and say this, but this is just my opinion. Let me know how you feel in the comments. But this is my personal opinion. I feel like Patrick Mahomes can never be the GOAT just because Tom Brady beat him twice. He lost to Tom Brady twice. Last time I checked, 7 rings is better than 3. Tom Brady has 7 rings, which I get it. Mahomes has only been in the league for 7 seasons, and Tom Brady played 23 seasons. But I just don't feel like he can be the GOAT just because it's like, because last time I checked, you gotta in order to be the GOAT, you gotta beat the GOAT to be the GOAT. Like, I understand, like, people will probably say, well, D-Hop, people say LeBron is the GOAT over Michael Jordan, but I said, but the difference with that is they played in 2 different eras. They didn't get to play against each other. So at least Patrick Mahomes got to play against Tom Brady. He had 2 cracks at it. And I was talking to somebody on Facebook the other day where he was like, well, Tom Brady was going out when he won his championship. I said, well, that actually just proved my point. You lost to Tom Brady with Patrick Mahomes. You lost to Tom Brady when Tom Brady was going out. Like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? Like, I get it. Patrick Mahomes got the MVPs, got the glory numbers. But me personally, I really feel like since the Eagles dominated Patrick Mahomes, I feel like we found the recipe on there. Not saying that the Mahomes might go up, but you never know. These other teams might get strict. But me personally, Tom Brady, he's the MVP. He's always going to be the GOAT for me just because he said, because I don't really believe Patrick Mahomes is going to catch 7. To me, it's a conversation if Tom Brady – I just don't feel like it can be a Tom Brady, bro. I just don't feel like it could be the GOAT. I just don't feel like Mahomes just because he lost to him twice. But I get it. The only way I guess you can try to say it for me, he got to get 7 because Tom Brady has 7 rings. I'm just trying to say, how you gonna call this man the GOAT because he has less rings than Tom Brady? Like, come on, make it make sense. I just don't get that. That's just my personal opinion on that, man. So, what you guys think about that? So, let me know that in the comments. Moving on, so I want to talk about this Kendrick Lamar halftime show. So I've been seeing a lot of flack, a lot of people talking about the Kendrick Lamar debate, just saying, honestly, I'm not the biggest Kendrick Lamar fan, but just watching that halftime show, I see what he was doing. I see the vision. I saw the grind. He was trying to, because you know how it is, in this world with us black people, man. So I just feel like he was trying to send a message and everything. So I get it. I get it. I get it from Kendrick Park though, man. I actually like the halftime show for me not to be a Kendrick Lamar fan. I'm not a Drake fan. I like the halftime show. It was cool. It was cool. He did the not like, cause I bet Drake really wish he didn't diss Kendrick because now he got like that's one of the biggest diss records in the world right now, man. So yeah. So I've been seeing a lot of people having a lot of things to say about Kendrick Lamar, saying it was boring and everything. But I mean, as us black people, you got to understand like what he was trying to do, what the message he was trying to send on this halftime show. Hey, he tripped me out with Serena Williams having her crip walk, man. That was really cold blooded for Kendrick Lamar to do that, man. So yeah, that was real kind of crazy on that dope, man. So moving on from the Kendrick Lamar halftime show, I want to get into this Luka Doncic trade. So Luka Doncic got traded from the Dallas Mavericks to the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm not gonna lie, that was like one of the most shocking trades in the world. I've never seen nothing like that. Luka Doncic was a young 25, young superstar coming up in the world, and they traded him for peanuts, man. I'm excited to see what Luka Doncic finna do with the Los Angeles Lakers. That's really gone. I really feel like that's going. I feel like it's gonna work. I've been seeing a lot of people feel like they don't think it's gonna work, but I feel like it is gonna be a good match. I really feel like it's gonna be real good. So let me know that in the comments what you guys think is gonna happen with the Luka Doncic and LeBron James thing. In other news, like I said, man, congratulations to my Philadelphia Eagles, man. I'm still popping. Hey, gonna be a long offseason for all the Eagle haters, man. So like I said, I'm really happy that my Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl. You guys see it, but like I said, AJ Hurts, I need your signature on this jersey, man. Your vintage jersey, man. I need it right here, man. So but y'all gonna be seeing Jalen Hurts on this show soon. I'm speaking it up, man. So hey. But that's all I got today, man. So if you guys like today's video with your boy D Hop, make sure you guys like subscribe to the D Hop Talking Shop podcast.